going on, guys? Welcome on in. My name is ScoobyDrue, and as always, it's nice to see you. I am doing something very, very, very different today. I'm just going to really give you something raw and uncut and unedited instead of me doing all the usual fancy stuff that I would try and do in a video, hence, emphasis on the try. And I'm going to get this news out as fast as I can. We've got the full Dragon Ball Super Chapter 84 summary. Let's have a look at it. So, these have been provided by DBS Chronicles over on Twitter, but the source has come from Mugiwara_23 on Twitter, so big shout out to them. Let's get straight into it. This first page is essentially what we've already found out on the drafts, okay? It's last week when we got the draft parts, this is exactly what we got, and this is all the information broken down. Now, hopefully the translations and stuff in this are as close and as accurate as they can get. This first section really does cover everything accurately, so we have to kind of take anything with a pinch of salt. However, let's just look forward to some good stuff, okay? Let's hope that this is good. There's a lot of people up in arms right now about the whole Dragon Ball Super thing and undoing, essentially giving Goku plot armor, right? Some people are not happy about it. Like, I think, it's the journey more than anything else, so yeah, take it as you will or how you want to. But let's jump straight in. So it starts off, Chapter 84, Pride of the Warrior Race. Oatmeal says the voice recording that was in the Scouter has ended. Goku is very surprised with everything he heard from his father. And Monato says Bardock left Planet Cereal as soon as he could move again, but he left the Scouter behind. We know this because that's the whole reason why we know all this backstory. We've had all the information, and this was all revealed in the drafts that we had from earlier on last week. It continues by saying Goku manages to remember some of the things he lived when he was in the liquid tank. So that's when he was in the incubators. We had the flashback moments, which a couple of those look absolutely beautiful. The flashback from Goku going back and remembering the first place, and then the transition coming out of space, essentially. So it like bled from space into Goku's hair, and it looks really nice. Then it continues. In those memories, we see how Bardock arrived wounded at his house from Planet Cereal, and then we see how he left Planet Vegeta for other missions. So that confirms that there was, a little bit of a time jump there, because a lot of people were nitpicking about him having his tail back by Broly. So, done and dusted. Shut, closed, forget about it, move on. Goku also has memories of his mother in her everyday life. Again, that was what we saw in the drafts. Nice to see Bardock and Gine again. I actually like seeing them. Don't know about anybody else. If you enjoy it, it's nice to see these extra unseen moments. And Goku also remembers the moment when his parents took him out of the tank and sent him out of Planet Vegeta in a ship, which is ultimately the full story of Dragon Ball Minus. If you've not seen that, it's in the Jacko Galactic Patrolman manga. Pick it up, check it out. Very nice little tidbits in there. It was animated for Broly movie, obviously. You will have seen that, no doubt. Goku then continues to say that to Vegeta that he finally understands Saiyan pride. But on the other hand, when Goku remembered his father's face, he also remembered how he lacked faith in his own power. Vegeta continues then by saying that he too had lost sight of what is important. What they need to preserve is not the Saiyan sins, it's the Saiyan's pride. Vegeta has always been that one boasting about Saiyan's pride. It's literally who he was for such a long amount of time, and it goes to show that has slipped. He's been surrounded by Saiyans at a point that would have been a very constant, hammered home thing to him, and especially after the Majin Buu arc, he definitely kind of he mellowed out as a man more than a Saiyan. He mellowed out more as a man with family and things like that. So his character has definitely, as much as people will try and tell you that it has changed over the years. From what we once saw back in Dragon Ball Z, he has had a lot of character development, as has Goku. And people will argue that they haven't, but they both had good character development. It is there. Read between the lines, not just the stupid stuff that occasionally happens. Goku's an idiot at times. That is who he is. That's part of his personality. However, he's learned other things, and Vegeta has learned in his own ways with family and things like that. He continues to basically say Vegeta's angry because it was Goku's father who had reminded him about that, but then he adds to that and says that he doesn't think it's fair or Goku and Raditz survived thanks to the Dragon Balls. Goku tells him that is not his fault, that Bardock made that wish. Right, okay, it's not his fault. Bardock made the wish, it's got nothing to do with him, can't be helped, it happened, deal with it, get over it. That's essentially what you should be telling the readers as well, right? Come on. come on, there is more going off in this storyline. This is going to get bigger and bigger. I'm telling you now, this story gets bigger from here. Vegeta tells Goku that thanks to the wish that he has been spoiled too much, Goku tells him that Vegeta spoils Brat, and he kicks off in retaliation. We've seen this. It is a little bit different, but again, it comes from the Prince of All Saiyans, who will have had, no doubt, he will not have had to walk on eggshells throughout his entire life. Up until a certain point, obviously. This is Minato is happy to see the Bardock's will has been passed on to Goku and Vegeta. He says that racist pride is not for revenge, it's to accept one's true self, and it's the same for all races. We saw little tidbits aimed at each of the three strong characters that we've got in the storyline right now, who are on our side, I guess. You have a message to Vegeta, a message to Goku, and a message to Granola, and each one, it counteracts their kind of focus of their drive to where they want to go and what they want to do. And Minato is hammering home the fact that all of these goals aren't necessarily bad goals, but the reasoning behind them isn't of the quality that they should be having, okay? Minato offers to heal them both before Gas arrives, but before that, he changes their clothes into Saiyan armor that matches Bardock's armor. Now, keep in mind, I have seen a few fan arts of this, and they do look fantastic. Minato has only ever seen Bardock's armor, essentially. He will have seen other Saiyans, but when he's gone and given them armor, I dare say if this becomes a coloured thing, it will match exactly the same colours. It will have the dark blues and the yellows and the whites. It will match identically to Bardock's. This is all kind of like a wholesome moment. He feels that it's fitting to do this and kit them out in the same clothes that Bardock was. Like, this message has inspired them to go forward. So it's kind of like when like gi colours have changed, or when the symbol on the gi has changed to represent who is training that character at that time. It's kind of a little nod towards that, I guess. You're getting that kind of homage, if you will, to Bardock's teachings, almost like they're being trained by Bardock now. But then it says, however, Goku and Vegeta are not comfortable with those armors. They prefer their normal clothes. Now, I dare say this is probably something to do with the connotations of, what that Saiyan armor really represents from the past. As a race, they obviously did terrible, terrible things, and they will feel that, they've got to go their own path. They will accept their heritage, and they don't need the armor to represent that. I think that's the best way of putting it. So let's go on to the next part of the summary. Summary part 2. Gas arrives at Planet Cereal and lands in front of Minato's house. He tells the Saiyans to get out. Now, I dare say, picturing the final panel in the drafts, he is raging. He is fuming. The fact that he's even given them the option to come out and not just leveled the house is a little bit questionable. If I'm honest, you would have thought he would have just smashed the place to bits and just been like, right, that's it. This is it. It's over. It's over. He's giving them like a chance to surrender almost. It's like he doesn't fully want to kill them. It's just an odd choice to do that. He would have been better screaming from the skies and then panicking and running out to stop him. But again, it's a personal choice of how it's been done. Hopefully it makes more sense later. We'll find out. But it says Oil was watching the house in the forest and sees that Gas is arriving. He informs Alec and Maki that is the case. And Alec says that they'll get close with the ship, but not very close because it's dangerous. They understand that there's going to be a full battle essentially breaking out here. And it says Oil approaches Gas and asks how he's doing, and then Gas tells him that he already wasted too much time. Gas asks Oil to tell Alec that the battle will soon be over, okay? He's confident. He's got the confidence that he had from previously that this is going to be a walk in the park. He thinks that they've given all they've got to give, and that is it. We haven't seen him transform yet. We know he has a transformation under his sleeve, because we've seen it in the flashback from Bardock. He has like a bulked up, hulking, like 100% power kind of form. So we know he's yet to do that, and Goku and Vegeta haven't encountered that form yet. So that's going to be interesting when that happens. Where is the scaling going to be on that kind of side of things? Is it going to like leave Goku and Vegeta in the dust, or is it something that only happens when he loses his mind and he can't focus and control, which could be something else that comes up? It continues on. It says that Oil leaves Gas, saying that he will wait for him with a delicious rice meal. I'm assuming that's meant to say that he's going to prepare. So he's going to prepare a meal, like he's got this. Yeah, fine. I'm just going to go cook some food. When you're done, come eat. Yeah, it'll be all good. They're quite relaxed about it. They're not panicking yet, at least. Goku and Vegeta leave the house. They are fully recovered. I am kind of amazed at how fast that fully recovered situations happened. Last I knew, Vegeta could barely move or stand. Did they really buy that much time? Is that what this is trying to imply? That they got that much time to recover? Did Goku really drive gas away that far for them to recover fully? Who knows? Anyway, they are wearing new normal clothes. Their regular clothes have been put back on. Gas tells them that he thought they'd have run away. So then Goku asks him to leave. No, we're not going to leave. You leave. You leave. No. We're the bosses now. You leave. Okay, that's going to... The confidence of the Saiyans is returning, all right? The confidence in these two characters is coming back after this Bardock speech. It's going to change the playing field. But then Gas says that they will leave after he's killed them both, okay? So now he's got that killing instinct back, even though he gave them the chance to walk out of the house. That's a little bit of a contradiction there in Gas's character, which is kind of confusing. But it says Vegeta says that he wants to kill Gas at all costs and asks Goku what he plans to do. And then Goku answers that he wants to defeat Gas as well. Yeah, but Vegeta's, if that specific wording is correctly, Vegeta wants to kill, Goku wants to defeat. Now, we know characteristic-wise that's very Vegeta of Vegeta and that's very Goku of Goku, right? I just want to defeat you so, we can fight again. It falls back into that old routine, and same with Vegeta, it falls into, I want to kill this guy. I want to kill him. So, let's see who gets their own way. Vegeta then says that they have no choice but to fight together, then they prepare to fight. Now, I called this in my draft prediction. I said that both of them will have to team up to beat Gas. Okay? And they are doing. They are teaming up. I predicted this last week. As soon as I saw the draft and where it was going, the only way was to both of them to team up to do something about Gas. That was going to be the only, imaginable way from what we've been given and what we've seen that would make any logical sense. These two are like the yin and yang of each other. But they never actually bring it together in a fight. We've saw it a little bit with Jiren in the anime, but this is like kind of fresh ground. Both of them doing it together. Even when they fought Boo, it was more like Vegeta was on the sideline, and then they tagged in and swapped out, and tagged in and swapped out. So having them now back at full power, as it goes on to say, Goku then says, "I will be the one to defeat him first." And Vegeta says, "No, I'll do it." Goku activates Perfect Ultra Instinct like that, and Vegeta activates Ultra Ego like that. They have full power ready to go. Alec, Oil, and Maki see everything from the ship, and Oil explains the transformations to Maki, but Maki tells him that she doesn't care about the names, she just wants to know if they're strong. Oil tells her that Goku and Vegeta are, in fact, strong. Okay? Which makes me think that, there's a lot of... with the whole God Key thing, Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego probably still fall under the whole God Key situation, and it's hard to actually detect a power level. Maybe it's something that's, maybe Gas can't even sense it, their power levels. You'd think he would, given, the hacks of the Dragon Balls or something like that, but it'd be interesting to know if they actually can't sense energy levels that, or, actually gauge the power. But anyway, continuing, it says Gas tells Goku and Vegeta that they are stupid. They're stupid. Because they still don't understand that he's at a level they won't be able to reach. This is really ringing back to that prequel section with Bardock and basically saying, you can't touch me. I know that I'm going to beat you. I know that I'm going to beat you. It's almost like an cocky overconfidence even. He doesn't even know what they're capable of. He thinks he knows. He thinks, but he's not quite there. Then it goes on to say, Goku tells him that he is the one who doesn't understand anything, and Vegeta tells Gas that it doesn't matter if they win or lose. The important thing is they want to win. This is like Bardock's resolve. It's really mimicking that exact moment where Bardock is trying to stand his ground and prove to Gas that he is the better one on the battlefield. It's as simple as that. So it starts. Goku and Vegeta both attack Gas. Goku tries to punch Gas, and Vegeta tries to kick him, but Gas stops both attacks with his arms. Goku now tries to kick him, but Gas dodges the attack. Vegeta then tries to punch Gas, but he dodges it as well. It's going to be interesting to see if there's any parallels between the panels of Bardock fighting Gas and Vegeta and Goku. Like, if there is any panels that look identical, and this is where people will be like, oh, Toyotaro's tracing, which happens all the goddamn time, and see if there is kind of any links or imagery that matches that throwback, which is kind of going to be like a symbolic thing. It's like history is repeating itself just from hearing this message, which I think is a really awesome thing. So we'll go on to part 3. So part 3 says, Goku continues attacking Gas, but he dodges all of the attacks. Vegeta jumps and tries to hit Gas while Goku holds him back. So he must have him like locked up or something. But Gas dodges both of them and Vegeta hits the ground. So as Vegeta's gone for the attack, he's got out of the way. Vegeta's fallen and hit the ground. Whether he's punched the ground or kicked it. It says he's jumped, so he could be going in with a kick or he could be flying in with a fist. We don't know until we see the manga. This is Goku and Vegeta keep attacking him. Gas stops his blows without a problem, but he looks a bit pressured. This is where the them working together actually starts to add up and actually pushing Gas back bit by bit kind of thing. Gas stops a punch from Vegeta and makes Vegeta hit himself. I don't understand how that happens. Like, is he like bending his arm around and punching himself or something like that as he goes for a punch? That's only gonna help Vegeta out with his Ultra Ego form. Dealing damage, it's like, I can't remember what anime I've seen it in before, but it's where someone's beating themselves up like on purpose, like hysterically, and it's like it might have been something with My Hero Academia. I can't remember, but it's similar to that kind of thing. Maybe he can damage himself to increase his own power. But then Gas kicks Goku down. Goku and Vegeta get up quickly and attack Gas at the same time. Gas barely stops the attack, so you can see his pressure is getting more and more and more difficult on Gas, keeping up with them both at the same time. It then says Gas uses a very huge ki blast. Goku and Vegeta dodge it and use a Kamehameha and a Gallic Ho, or Gallic Gun as it's translated into the like the dubbed versions. Against Gas. Gas teleports behind them and hits Vegeta with a mace he creates with his powers. So he's still materializing items and using them as weapons, which it's kind of unique to Gas. It's a really, really nice ability, and I want to kind of see more of it, see how far he can really take it, other than materializing trains in the air, which is a bit ridiculous. But still, it then goes on to say he tries to hit Goku with the mace, but Goku dodges it. Gas gets tired and drops the mace and kicks Goku in the stomach. Gas is tiring now. Already, this quick with both of them working together, it's hard for him to keep up. He's been pressured and pushed here. Gas steps on Goku's chest on the ground, and he must announce that he's sick of them both getting angrier and angrier. Vegeta then creates a big ki ball and tells Goku to leave the area where Gas is. That ball is a technique of the gods of destruction. If Goku touches the ball, he could disappear. He's using a giant Hakai energy ball now, is Vegeta. This next bit sounds insane. Gas creates a shield which stops the ki ball. Goku appears next to Vegeta and helps him push the ki ball. They're both working together against this giant ki ball, this high blast of energy, and Gas's shield starts to disintegrate from the push of Goku and Vegeta. Alec is a bit worried seeing these new transformations, but Oil confirms to him that they use those transformations against Granola too. Alec says that everything is fine then since he made the wish after Goku and Vegeta lost to Granola. So that's kind of like a power scaling situation there where it's like at this point, they were the strongest. This wish was to wish for Gas to become the strongest, and at that point, it was stronger than those two. These two, I'm going to throw in the word Zenkai boost, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be some kind of increase in power since the last encounter. There's going to be that extra push, and not to mention the drive and the determination that Bardock's essentially given them. It then goes on to say, this is something that is a key point. Alec also says Gas's universe is different from Granola's. Maki is confused to what he's talking about. Alec replies, just watch. Now, is this stating that Gas is from a different universe? Or is this stating that Granola was from a different universe? I think it's trying to say that Gas is from a different universe. It could be a little translation error. It could say that what they're saying is Gas's universe topping power is different from Granola's universe topping power. It could have different words, and until we see the translations, which are not always 100% accurate, even in the Viz, this could... it could be saying that Gas is from a different universe. And Alec replies, just watch. Is this them saying that they're from a different universe? Is this them saying that Gas's power or Gas's universal power is different from Granola's universal power? It stacks higher because at that point, those two had surpassed Granola, or at least we know Vegeta was somewhat on par by the time he was battle damaged, that Gas is higher than those, and therefore in the hierarchy that tops him up. Don't know. We'll have to wait and find out, but it says Gas starts to return the Hakai energy ball to Vegeta and Goku. He is pushing the ball back without touching it. Now, I find it ironic that he's not touching it. Does he know? Does he know what it is? I don't know. There's one more page. So summary part 4. Just when the ball is about to reach them, Vegeta walks away and leaves Goku alone, trying to stop the key ball. Vegeta's just left Goku in a predicament where he can't get out of it, and Vegeta gets to do whatever he wants. He's done that on purpose. Right? Vegeta goes for Gas, but Gas stops him and hits Vegeta several times in the stomach. That should be enough to distract him from pushing the key ball back, which should actually now give Goku enough time to get rid of it. And sure enough, it says, Gas wonders if they are crazy thinking that they can beat him. Then Gas prepares to finish off Vegeta. Goku manages to deflect the key ball towards the sky just before it reaches the city. He then goes to help Vegeta. Vegeta manages to punch Gas hard in the face. Gas wonders what kind of technique he's using and how he manages to move despite his injuries. Vegeta then goes and says, the damage you did to me is like my fuel. In other words, I'm getting stronger. And the end note says, it's neither revenge nor atonement, just with the desire to win, Vegeta stands. Is Vegeta gonna get his first W? Is he gonna be the one that takes out Gas? Or is there more to this? We know there's a transformation still coming. We know Gas has got more up his sleeve. Will we see it in this? Will we get hints that it's drawing out? Will we see it in this chapter, or will it be something that comes out in chapter 85? Let me know in the comments below if you're excited. Let me know what you think. Please remember to hit that subscribe and like button. Appreciate it as always. Until then, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.